Assalamualaikum everyone, welcome to my channel. A lot of people were telling me for getting something special for Ramadan. First of all, before I start this review, I want to say Ramadan Kareem to everybody, and I hope everyone's enjoying their Ramadan. So today is my first video that I'm doing in Ramadan, and I'm fasting as well, and I'm hoping you guys are fasting as well. So you guys are pretty bored at home, so that's why I have this really rare car for you. This is the Porsche 911 Targa for GTS. Let's start the full in-depth review of this car with a little bit of car's exterior accents. So the Porsche 911. If you knew Porsche is a company that always makes cars that are fast and good at handling. And the Porsche 911 is a great example for that. The Porsche 911 starts with the Carrera, then there's the Targa, there's the Turbo and the Turbo S. The Targa is the most beautiful 911 that was created because it has a big history, and it is the most beautiful 911 you can get because of the glass that is on the back of the car that actually opens the roof and closes the roof. So let's start the full video with the front fascia and show you guys the key. So now let me show you the car's key. So if you look at Porsche's keys are beautiful because it looks like the car. You can see this is the front of the car, this is the top, this is the back, and you have the Porsche logo right there. You have your unlock, lock, this is for the front opening, and this is for opening the roof. And when you unlock the car, you have a light right here. Now I'm going to get inside, turn on these beautiful headlights so that you can turn it on from the inside, and you actually need the key to turn on the car. So getting inside, foot on the brake, there the car starts, and it is loud. So this is with the full light of the vehicle, this is with the hazard, this is with the high beam off. I'm going to come outside for showing you guys the lights of the car. So 911 or any other Porsche, the lights of the car has to be circle because of their big history. So if you come closer, this is your main projector setup, and this is your high beam. The inside of the headlights is fully black housing, that's nice. And if you come here, you actually have the headlight washer, and this is your daytime running lights with your hazard. And now let's come to the front, because it is a very aggressive car. It is very lower to the ground, that's why I'm going to get down. You can see there's big two openings on either side for the oil coolers of the vehicle. This is your number plate slot. You have this extra downforce because of the splitter, and this makes the car look much more aggressive and exclusive. You have the Porsche logo right here, and I actually mentioned the Porsche logo's full history in one of a video, so I'm going to link that in the description. But let's come to this extra rare car now. Now let's see what is under the frunk of this car. So for opening the frunk, I can do it from the door. So if you open the door, you have a button here. If you just pull that, the frunk is going to open. And why is it called a frunk? Because this is where you put your storage. And in normal cars, you have a trunk, but that's in the back. But this is at the front, so it's called the frunk. And there, let's get it up. It has hydraulic struts. So it's a Porsche. It is supposed to be practical, a grand tourer, fast and comfortable at the same time. So it has 140 liters of storage right here that you can see, and this is actually the car's cover. Right there, you have a lot of storage considering it's a coupe, a convertible. You have the emergency triangle of the car. You have two lights on either side. You can see one right there. And if you come up, you have Porsche written. This is where you put your radiator fluid, and that's where you put your windshield wiper fluid. You have no insulation on the top because there's nothing to get heat inside. So let's close the front and just tap. You have rain sensing wipers with the blades that are very good at their job, and that's pretty much for the front. Now let me show you the car's side profile. So the length of this car is 178.3 inches. It is pretty long considering it's a 911, and it's much longer than the previous generation of this car. Now let's come to the front wheels. So with the GTS, you get these full forged matte black wheels that are really nice. These are 245/35 ZR20s. You have 6-piston brakes at the front with ventilated calipers, and the front disc is actually in red with Porsche written in white. And why is the wheel different? You can see there's no bolts. For opening this wheel, you have to just use another adapter and open this center cap fully, so it's like fully race car. And the front disc calipers are 13.8 inches. It has strut suspension with coil springs, but it is adaptive for the front and the back as well. Now if we get up, I'm going to turn on the hazards of the car real quick, because you can see it's at the front. And that's nice, because in Porsche cars the hazards lights are pretty much here all the time. And then you have the fuel tank at the front of all Porsche 911s. So if you just press here, the fuel tank of the car is going to open, and the fuel tank cover, it's actually in this nice metal, and you have Porsche written here as well. Pretty good, right? This for opening it. You have a little place to put that, and this for back closing it. Now if we go back from here, the mirror is very simple. It has blind spot monitoring, lane keep assist, and it is placed here instead of here, so the aerodynamics could be much better than the normal boring cars. But as this is a convertible, you have a foolproof frameless door. That's nice, and the doors are pretty nice and pretty attractive considering it's a car. And the door handles are nice too. It pops open, and then you have the Targa written right here. That's pretty nice with those 3 stripes. And then the wheelbase of this car is 96.5 inches, and the wheelbase is pretty good, and the ground clearance is not that good, but it's a sports car. You gotta get that in your mind first, right? And you have the GTS written right here. I forgot to show you that. So you have that nice look. But let's come to the rear wheels. The rear wheels are more thicker. You have 305 35 ZR20s with 4-piston brakes. Rear discs are 13 inches with multi-link suspension, coil springs that are adaptive. You have a automatically controlled rear limited slip differential that helps the car put the torque at the wheels. And now I'm going to show you by closing the hood of the car, the top, and opening it. The rear with the roof closed. Close the window goes up, and the top of this car is actually red. Now let me show you the car's rear. And the height of this car is 50.8 inches. Now I'm going to get inside, turn on the rear tail lights. So here we get inside. And there we go. Foot on the brake, press switching on the car. So this is with the full rear lights with the fog. This is with the reverse. This is back to park. And now I'm going to come outside for showing you guys the rear tail lights. So the tail lights start from here because it's a Porsche. It all the way goes from here till the other side. But you have the rear fog light here, and then you have the brake lights here, but the actual parking light all the way go till the other side. You have the Porsche written 911 Targa GTS. And you have the light that all the way continues with the brake lights down here. And then if you come here, this spoiler actually pops up. That's what I'm going to do right now. So if you press the button, the spoiler actually pops up. So there you can see the spoiler pops up with the button, or if you are in Sport Plus and if you drive fast, it's going to automatically get up. And why? Because air passed through all the way from the roof and comes down here. This is actually where you have the engine of the car, but you can't see the engine. So you have the intercoolers of the engine here. You have your upper stop brake light here as well. Now if you come down, you have the number plate slot. You have 2 exhaust tips that are in black. That's optional extra. And you have a reversing camera right here with 6 sensors. That's pretty much it for the exterior. Now I'm going to show you the car's engine. That's not possible, but I'm going to tell you about the car's engine. So Porsche 911 Targa GTS gets a 3-liter flat 6 engine that is very, very good. When it comes to Porsche, their 911s get their famous 3-liter flat 6. But on the Turbo and the Turbo S, it is actually twin turboed. But on the GT3 and the GT3 RS, it is naturally aspirated. And because of that 3-liter flat 6, the car can redline all the way up to 8,000 RPM with that 8-speed PDK transmission that this car has, or you can get the standard 6-speed manual transmission. This car is just the best in the business because it has so much power from the flat 6. 450 horsepower, 405 pound-feet of torque. That is pretty good in my opinion. And the 0 to 60 should be very good. Now let's get inside the Porsche 911 Targa GT. So now let's get inside the interior of the Targa. So first of all, I'm going to open the roof of the car. So foot on the brake, turning the car on, and then I have to pull this button and you can see the roof opens. There you go, and I'm going to get the seat forwards and I'm going to get inside the rear of the car. How? Because this is actually a 4-seater, and then I have to get my seat forwards and I have to get inside the rear because the Targa is actually 4-seater, and it's actually pretty nice when you stand here. But let's get the seat back and let's get this forwards. So it's a 4-seater, but it's pretty hard to sit inside. So if you want to torture your friends, you can put them back here, but the seats are comfortable. Isofix anchor points, good backrest, and you have red seat belts with your nice speakers here. And then if you can see inside there, you have a little storage area on this glass. And yeah, my head kind of hit this glass, but if you're a kid, you can sit it back here. Now let's get this forwards, open the door, and get up without hitting your back. Now let's get inside the front. Let's get the seat backwards, and now let me show you the dash first, then show you the seat. So first of all, you have your AC vent here with your closer and opener. You have this full carbon treatment, and if you press this, you have your cup holders, and then you can close this up. So you have 2 cup holders on either side. You have this lockable glove box with a lot of storage inside that you can see. You have this nice dash that is all the way straight. You have this red stitching that matches the hood. You have the airbag of the car here. You have a tweeter and a vent for defogging the window. You have 2 more air vents here, and this car has sports chrono package. That's why you have the sports chrono watch here. And that's pretty much it. Now let's come to the seats. Seats are semi-bucket. You have GTS written on top. It's Alcantara and leather, and it is very comfortable and very bolstery. And you can see all the controls that are here and here. Pretty nice. If you open this compartment, you have a wireless charger right there. You have this carbon treatment where you can put your key, but you have to put the key inside to start up the car. You have some buttons here. This for your suspension, this for traction control, this for closing and opening the top, this for auto start stop, this is for the front lift, this is for the exhaust to open the valves, this is for the spoiler, this is for locking the car hazard. 911 written here. And if I start up the vehicle, this is the gear knob, this is for drive, this is for manual, neutral, reverse, reversing camera turns on, and this is for park. And you have PDK written here, and the PDK's full form is going to be right there, and you have your both sides carbon treatment. Now let me show you the climate control. So I'm going to put it on neutral. So you have your wind deflector, this is for no outside air coming inside, this is for the wind speed where you want the air, and this car has heated seats. This is for the temperature for either side, so it has 2-zone climate control. And this is your media system that I'm going to show you right now. So for turning on the entertainment system, you just put in the key and it turns on, and I'm going to start up the car for showing you that as well. You know what, I don't need to start up the car, but I'm still going to do it. Listen to that flat 6. So you have your tunes first, that is for your radio. Then you have media for your Bluetooth. Then you have source for AM, FM, Bluetooth or jukebox. Then you have your phone for controlling your Apple CarPlay that you have on this car. Then you have navigation. You have car settings that you can see your lap times, your seconds for 0 to 60 on the chrono watch, your assistance, and the setup. And then you can go to home. That is this display, and control this with this button, or it's a touchscreen as well. So you have tune, media, phone, navigation, map, sound, app, and car. So if you go on car, you can just put your trip information right here, or you have more settings that you can control from here. So I'm just going to put it on this nice chrono watch, and you can see the chrono lap times there as well. And then if you come up from there, you have your 2 AC vents on the top with the closer and opener, and it actually has a reversing camera with adaptive guidelines right there. And then now let's come to the upper section. This is your rear view mirror that's auto dimmed. You have 2 light placements on either side, and you have your vanity mirrors with a light. Very small, but it still works. And this is actually a wind deflector, so when you open the roof, no wind comes towards you. And that's pretty much it. Steering wheel is a GT steering wheel, a GTS steering wheel to be honest, and it is pretty sporty, and it is controllable by this button. So there, tilt and telescopic, and it's manual because lightweight is important when it comes to Porsche. You have the drive mode selector here, normal, sport, sport plus, individual. So I'm going to leave it on normal now. You have controls here for controlling the entertainment system. You have controls here for that digital screen. Paddle shifter is behind it, and now I'm going to show you the car's instrument cluster. So when you put the key in, a nice animation comes up, and then I can turn the car on. So that's with the ignition, and there it turns on. So let's start from here. This is your oil temperature, this is your engine oil temperature, and this is your car's oil temperature. This is your speedo, top speed is 200 miles per hour. This is your RPM at the center in this red, and the red line is in 7,500. You have GTS written inside, and it is fully in red and white. You have your speedo here. This is for your gears, so if you're in drive and manual, it'll tell you which gear you're in, and the paddle shifters are mind-blowingly fast. You have this for your fuel and your car's engine oil temperature, that's here. And if I want to control the screen, I can do it from this button. So you can control a lot of things. So first of all, you have Bluetooth, then you have your phone, then you have your navigation. You can see Bangladesh. Then you have your navigation again. This is for your trip information. This is for your TPMR, your tire pressure monitor. This is for your front and rear wheels, because it's all-wheel drive. Which wheels is it powering more? This is for your RPM ratio, the chrono package. This is for G-force meter. This is for your performance. And this is your speed limit monitor, so I'm going to keep it on the wheel. And this is where you have your other things. And on this side is your hazards and high beam. On this side is your windshield wiper control. This is where you turn the car on, and this is where you have your headlight controls. And down here you have your cruise control, and this is the button for the drive mode selector. So normal, sport, sport plus, individual, and normal again. Now I'm going to show you the car's door. Then you have your AC vent of the car with the closer and opener. You have your light control and start button like I showed. You have your dead pedal, brake pedal, gas pedal. This is for the parking brake. That's located here. This is for opening the front and for opening the back glass. You have your Targa 4 GTS written. And now let's come to the door. You have your airbag here with the black and the red stitching. You have carbon fiber door handle. You have this nice Alcantara finish. This is your storage area. And you have more comfortable place here. This car actually has a Bose sound system. That's optional extra, but you can get Burmester too. And you have this chrome surrounding on it. Now let's go and enjoy this car. So before that, I forgot to show you one more thing. So let's open the door, and I can press this button for opening the car's rear glass. There, that opens up. And I can show you more things behind it. So first of all, you can see the top, that's right here. But when the top's closed, you have storage under the top. You have your engine that you can see from here as well. You have written there that you can see from the glass. So if you come towards here, you have your place to put your engine oil and your transmission oil. And this is the fans for the engine, and it actually says Targa on the top that you can see here. It says Targa 3.0 GTS. Right inside there. And now let's close this compartment again. And it's pretty simple. You just do it from this button, and it's powerly adjustable. And because it's a Porsche and it's a Targa, it's this glass that I like the most. Now let's get inside the car. Foot on the brake. Let's turn the car on now. And let's put on my seat belt that is located here. So there we go. And the seat belts are nice because it's red. Let's adjust my seat a bit, and let's go. So gears here, and I'm going to keep the roof open so it looks nicer. And here we go. So the turning radius of the car is pretty good, and the turning radius of the car is 36.4 feet. That is pretty good in my opinion. And otherwise, the car is on normal mode, and it is pretty stiff on the suspension because it is obviously a sports car. And the 0 to 60 is pretty good as well. It takes 4.1 seconds, 0 to 100 kilometers, and 4 seconds to 0 to 60. And yeah, overall, you guys asked for rare cars like this and I have it for you. So make sure you hit the subscribe button and don't forget to like this video. And then we are back at this place, and the overall the car's turning radius is pretty good and it is comfortable as well. And overall the sitting position of this car is like a race car, to be honest, and the torque is at the lower RPM, so when you put the car on throttle a bit it feels like it is going really fast, but actually it is not going that fast. And then we are back at the spot and we are here. And you can see the RPM, how it works back there. And yeah, overall, it is a pretty fun to car drive. Like, there's nothing like a Porsche, to be honest. And this is one of the most rarest car in the country, to be honest, the most rare car, because there's only just one of one in Bangladesh. And that's going to be it for this review. So let me know if you like this review. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see more rare cars like this, and let me know in the comment section what do you think about the 911 Targa GTS. Until then, I will see you next time. Peace.